myself. So, hi guys, I am Subham Surana. I am a third year undergrad student and I am currently pursuing my BTech at BIT Mestra. And I am a data science and machine learning enthusiast. And how I started with machine learning is that I started in my second year, like when I was in my second year during the college. So as you all know, it was that time when the lockdown was imposed, and like during that time I was exploring all the new fields. So I stumbled upon some courses and all, and like as you know that during that time Coursera also offered many of their courses, free courses, all their courses as free. So like I said, I was exploring all the various fields. So I stumbled upon Python. I have done Python in my during my 12th while I was preparing for my boards, and so I stumbled upon that course and I thought, okay, like I have done C and C++ in my first year, like it was part of our curriculum. So I thought, okay, let's start with Python. It would be a great revision also for me, and maybe I would learn a new language which would add to my resume and all. So I just started with Python, and I really find it exciting. I mean, I was really amazed by it. So as I was going with Python, I completed the courses, and when I completed Python, somehow I came through a course on machine learning by Andrew NG, and I'm pretty much sure, like if someone who's a beginner here, who's like going to start with machine learning or have already started here with machine learning, they must have heard of Andrew NG, right? So like he's a very renowned person in this field. So I came upon his course, and like even if you Google it, like some of the best courses on machine learning, it's his course is one of them. So I started doing his course, and through that course I started with my machine learning. And while I was doing that course, I was really amazed with the contents of that course. So let me just share my screen with you all to guide you better. So just let me know if my screen is visible, guys. Uh, just a minute. Okay, someone can please unmute themselves and let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so like if you can see this picture, like basically it's a Venn diagram of like machine learning, deep learning, AI, ML, data science, all the buzzwords which you have heard, right? So here you can see, like basically AI is the bigger field. Okay, and in AI is the machine comes the machine learning, and under machine learning comes the deep learning, and in integration with all this AI and math, statistics, EDA, which is exploratory data analysis, we'll come to this further. There comes the data science. Okay, so just a brief introduction to you so that you know that what's an AI, what's ML, what's the difference between them. So it's just that AI is the main field, and ML, DL, or are the subfields of AI, right? So let's move on. So as I said, how I started with machine learning is that if you are a beginner and want to start with machine learning, you have to learn a scripting language like any Python or R, whatever is your choice. It's up to you. So maybe you can start with Python or R. Like I started with Python because I have done Python previously, and also I would recommend Python because it's easy to understand. Okay, and so basically you can start with any course on Python, and you don't have to go deep in Python. Okay, this is the advantage over a machine learning. You just have to know all the basic syntax of Python and data structures of Python, like list is there, set is there, tuple are there, dictionary are there. So you have to know all these data structures. And yeah, libraries are also important. Like you know why Python is so popular, right? I mean, it's so flexible, and it has tons of libraries, right? That's why Python is it has so much craze over here. So just learning with the basic syntax of Python, the data structures and libraries would be great. Okay, would be a great kickstart to machine learning. So and then comes the oops. Now it's not mandatory, okay, but if you want, since you will be sitting for your campus placement and all, And if you are doing like computer programming in Python only, then you should be familiar with OOPS, right? So OOPS also comes under this. So you should be familiar with Python or R, any of these language. And if you are familiar with both of them, then it's great. Okay. So all right. Also here I have pasted an image over here, which basically tells you like which like there are other roles like data analyst, data engineer, data scientist. You must have heard about these roles. So what's the main difference? Like which programming language is required? Like if you see over the data analyst role, you will see that R, SQL, and Python are the three major languages over here. And if you go for that data engineer, they basically deals with Python and SQL only, right? And similarly, if you go for ML engineer, you will see Python and C++. Now, yeah, now if you see over here, you will also see C++. Now, I'm sure you must be thinking like I said about the Python only, Python or R, and why for the ML engineer C++ is there. So let me explain about it first. So basically, Python is a great language. Okay, it's very flexible, of course. But what's the purpose of using C++ is here is that basically C++ can like using C++ you can control its resources. Okay, like you can control the memory uses, the CPU uses, and many other things. Okay, and also one of the major reason of using C++ in machine learning is that some libraries of Python are a little bit slower, okay? And you want your model to be optimized, right? So, like you want it to be efficient. So, you can't use those libraries. So, that's why we go to C++. So, if you are going for the role of ML engineer, Python and C++ are two major languages you should have commanding. And if you are going for the data science role, then Python and SQL, I would say. All right. Is everything clear till now? Like if you have any doubt, you can just go to the Discord channel hashtag event discussion. Like let me ping you over there. So you can, if you have any doubt, you can either comment over there or you can just unmute yourself and ask. Okay.
Guys, this is an interactive session, so you need to ask, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask it out. We'll definitely try our level best to help you guys. So we have to make this interactive. Okay, so if you have, like, feel free to ask any doubts or anything related to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So कुछ भी डाउट हो तुम लोग को like कुछ ऐसा संकोच और मत करो कुछ भी पूछना हो you can ask okay freely ask just unmute yourself and ask just stop me in between anywhere you want okay. So should I proceed or like if you have any doubt regarding the programming languages? All right then. So I shall proceed then. If no one has any doubt, Sachin, please monitor that other event discussion channel if someone asks over there.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's move on to the statistics part. So as you all know that if you want to start with machine learning, then you should have a strong base in maths, right? And for that, like statistics and probability are the two major topics over there, which you should know. So these are the topics which I've listed over here. Like you should be familiar with basic probabilities like conditional probability, joint probability, dependent events, and measures of central tendency. This is a must because when you will be analyzing the data, you should know what this represent. Like when you will be working with the data, sometimes like you get null values, right? Like all data, like the data set, which is like if you worked on any data set, you would know that it's not like completely perfect and fine in an order. It has many major errors and it has to be analyzed and has to be prepared. So there you have to sometimes impute also. So for that you should know when to impute with median and when to impute with mode. Okay. And the same the variance standard deviation because it would help you to know about the data which has been provided to you. Like what's the spread of that data. Right. So you should be familiar with these topics. And then we comes to EDA, like it was already mentioned over here, EDA. So what's EDA? It's basically exploratory data analysis. So here basically what you do is basically the data which has been given to you just analyze it. Okay, like there are different type of analysis, like you bivariate analysis and all. So basically you treat your data, you find out if there's any requirement, you like use basic metrics for it, and you do some transformations over it. You maybe even impute, like if there's any missing value, or if there's any outlier. And so but what you can do is basically you will just impute it, like you will just replace it with some another value, right? So that's what all this is about, EDA. And once you have have pretty much a strong foundation over EDA, now then you will start with the machine learning models. Okay, so in machine learning, is two type of model, like supervised and unsupervised learning is there. So under supervised learning, like linear regression, logistic regression, then comes the trees, like random forest and all, and SVM super support with vector machines and all. So these are all supervised models, and then comes the unsupervised models. Like, do you guys know the major difference between the supervised and unsupervised learning? Like, if anyone knows, can anyone type over the chat box or can just unmute and tell? Okay, someone has posted, I know only C++, JavaScript, how to do machine learning. It's fine, Nick. Like, I'll call you Nick because that's your username. So it's fine. You can start with Python, because see, if you know C++, then trust me, Python would be very easy for you, because it's such it's completely English. Okay, you just type everything in English. Okay, so if you are familiar with C++, then trust me, Python would be a piece of cake for you. Okay, it would only take a maximum of 1 week for you to just master Python. So you can just start with Python, and then you can move on to start, and then you can take any machine learning course, right? Or but if you want, like if you are not confident in mathematics part, like if you think that you have to revise your linear algebra and statistics and probability, then what you can do is basically cover those topics first, and then you can start with any machine learning course. All right, someone has posted, supervised model learn from in labeled information data, while unsupervised models use unlabeled data. Yeah, that's correct, that's pretty much right. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. So basically, in supervised learning, the data set which is given to us, basically the target is provided to us. Okay, like what's the target feature? Like the data which is provided to us, it's labeled. You can say in a way. Okay, like for example, I will just take a simple example for you. Like for example, you have to determine whether the mail sent to a user is a spam or non-spam. Okay, so, like if the dataset contains this feature where it says that okay, this mail was spam and this mail was not spam, that means that data is labeled. Okay, and if the data which is provided to you doesn't have any label, okay, like it doesn't, like for example, I will again take this example, like spam and non-spam. You have just been given a data set which contains the information about the user and what was the content of that mail and when the timestamp and all, and but you are not given like whether this mail is spam or not spam, then it's basically unlabeled data. Okay, and you have to use unsupervised models over it. So is this clear, the basic difference between supervised and unsupervised learning? Can you guys please just type in the chat box like yes if it's clear, no if it's not? Please, in event discussion where I pinged you all, you can just type if it's clear or not. गाइस थोड़ा एंगेजिंग बनाओ, ऐसे ऐसा लगेगा कि मैं ही बात कर रहा हूँ. How to do with Python? Does it have specific library for machine learning because it is just a language? Like, yeah, like I said, Python has tons of libraries and it has tons of library for machine learning. Like in C++, basically you will have to create all this. Like in Python, there's, like I already mentioned, let me just go back to my slide. Yeah, if you see over there, there's Numpy, Pandas. Numpy is basically we use for array, like the list in the Python is a slow. Okay, we don't use this normal list in the machine learning, so we use Numpy arrays. Okay, because it's much faster, like 10 times faster than the normal list. Okay, similarly, there's pandas to work on the data set, like load data set, read data set, and do all the data analysis work. There's scikit-learn, like scikit-learn encompasses all the models of machine learning, like all the major models, like which I've talked about it over here, like logistic regression, classification trees, random forest, and all. It's already incorporated in this library. So you can just simply use this, import this library, and you can use this library. And similarly, matplotlib, it is used for data visualization. Okay, like you create some graphs and all. Okay, to visualize your data. So I hope that's clear, Nick. Guys, if you have any doubt, you can please ask in the chat box. Let me ping everyone again here. So if everything is clear, please just type yes and I will proceed further. Or if you have any doubt, can you share the link of the article? Yeah, sure. I will definitely share the link of the article at the end. Alright, so I'll proceed further. Sachin, if any doubts come, please just let me know. So,
Yeah, sure.
alright, so we are done with the machine learning models, supervised and unsupervised learning. And I think you are pretty much have the basic idea of what's the difference between them. And then comes the deep learning models. Okay, like deep learning, like it's not necessary for you to know the deep learning models. Like just knowing the basic thing. Okay, like when you start with the deep learning, in fact, in some of the courses in machine learning also, you come to know about the neurons. Okay, so basically the neuron which we create for the deep learning is the base model. So the deep learning is also divided into supervised and unsupervised, same thing. And there are different type of models over there like ANN, artificial neural network, CNN, convolution, RNN, similarly unsupervised, all this. But it's up to you. It's not mandatory that you have to know all these models and all. But just like as you know, these are the advanced part, right? So one should be familiar with all these topics also. So I would say that if you are not going in depth in deep learning, then at least you should know the supervised models of deep learning. All right. All right. I'll move further. If anyone has any doubt, just let me know. Okay. Just unmute yourself and let me know. And that's about the machine learning and deep learning pretty much. And there, if you can see, there's the big data technologies. Okay. I've just mentioned it over here, but it's not, like I said, it's not mandatory. Okay. It's up to you if you want to do this, if you want to learn all these skills. Okay. Like if you know TensorFlow, Docker, Kubernetes, and all, you will come to know about all these technology, but it's not such a big deal. Okay, right now you just have to start with any language, Python or R. Okay, and then you will need a basic command over mathematics, like I said, statistics, probability, linear algebra, and all this matrices and all. Okay, and then you can just simply take up a course on machine learning, and you can easily start. Okay, and like if you ask me like which course to take, I would really prefer Andrew course. It's free on Coursera. It's also on YouTube. Also, you can just search Andrew. Like let me type it on the chat box. Andrew. So you can start with his course or any other course, whichever you prefer. Okay. Like I started with this course, so I'm recommending this one. Like my seniors also recommended this course also to start with. Alright. So अब तुम लोग को कुछ पूछना है, like if you have any doubts, please ask. Alright. ऐसा लग रहा है मुझसे मैं बोले जा रहा हूँ. Alright, so let's do one thing. Yeah. Yeah, is there any project you would suggest? Project on machine learning? Yeah. Yeah, there are tons of projects on machine learning. Like you can just pick up any data set. Like I will just right now only I will introduce you to Kaggle. Okay. And in Kaggle, you can just pick up any data set and you can just start
I have done
building a
competition
model.
here. I have done participated in competitions some, but there aren't many guys whom I can participate with. Like there isn't any team, so that's what always teaches me. Yes.
Okay. So, like, if you want to participate in Kaggle, like with someone else, like you can just maybe ask your friends over there, or you can maybe even here also you can just create a discussion and ask and collaborate. But if you okay, all right, like if you are asking for like machine learning projects, uh, like I said, spam and ham classification model, it's a beginner one. The digit recognizer, like that one that which recognize the digits, and like these are the beginner level practice
I have
projects, I
done
would
those.
say.
Hello, I have done those. I'm looking for a team. I
Okay, you are
thought,
looking for a team.
yeah,
All right, so you can just post a message over here in that our Discord channel, and maybe if anyone's interested in collaborating with you, they can just
yeah, so,
DM you or something. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. uh, all right, so थोड़ा सा सेशन को इंटरेक्टिव बनाते हैं. Okay, I think not everyone has opened up yet, so let me let me do one thing. Let us start with the I will come back again to this topic. Like I have covered pretty much everything over here. Now only some advanced topics are left. Okay, the ML ops and all. I will come back to here. Let me just start with the quick introduction to Kaggle platform. Okay, it's already 7, so let me start. So Sachin, if you are there, can you
Yeah, yeah,
please like share your screen?
yeah.
All right. So guys, I will be stopping my stream, and you can join Sachin's stream.
Is my screen visible? Could anyone please confirm it?
No, it's not visible.
It's
No,
taking
no.
time, Sachin, I think, or maybe you can just restart, like reshare again. All right, guys. Till then, like if anyone of you here also who wants to start with Kaggle, like Kaggle is a very good platform. Okay, for machine learning and all. So if you also want
Can
to
you see
start
my
with
screen
Kaggle,
now?
what you can do is you can also just do this with us. Okay, it's a basically a hands-on experience you can get on Kaggle. Okay, so just do one thing. You also like if you are on laptop, you can just go to another. You can just switch to another tab. Or if you're connected with mobile, what you can do is you can just open your laptop and sign into Kaggle. Okay, like Sachin will guide you how to like he will show you how to sign up on Kaggle. So Sachin,
Yeah,
can you?
could you please confirm that whether my screen is visible or not?
Yeah,
Like,
yes, visible.
okay, fine,
Yes,
fine.
it is visible.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. So others over here, they can also like if they want, they can also start with Kaggle. Like simply you just type search Kaggle over there, and then you will come up on this page. Just click on register. Like if you have already have account, you can just sign in over there. Or if you're new, you just register with Google. Select your account. Yes, go ahead, Sachin. Okay, so you can just simply register over there, and that's it. It's a very simple process. Okay. So like, okay, so like, is anyone doing this thing with us? Like, is anyone like signing up on Kaggle with us? If yes, just please type in the chat box so that I know, or just unmute yourself to let me know that you are also doing this with us. Like you are also signing in Kaggle with us for the first time. Tell any Hindi good channel. Sure, Nick. I will send it over here after the session. Nikhil, yeah, sorry, Nikhil. It says that your username was Nick here, so that's why. So Nikhil, yeah, I will send it over here. Wait, I am. Okay, Nikhil. Just let me know whoever is participating, like who is ever registering for this Kaggle with us for, so that we can guide you better. Others, if you have any doubt or like if you want to ask anything, please unmute yourself and you can ask. Let's make it a two-way interaction. All right. So Sachin. All right. Nikhil, have you signed up? Just let me know if you have signed up. So basically, if you will land on this page once you have signed up, and here you will see different sections. Like in the left, you will see the competition, data sets, code, discussion. So when you hover over to the competition, Sachin, please go to the competition part. Yeah. So basically, here you can participate on different competition on machine learning and all. Like if you are new to Kaggle, you can participate in these competitions. These are new. These are always open. These are ongoing. And if you scroll down a little bit, there are active competition also, which has some prize money. Okay. And trust me, it's a very huge prize money. So like if you win, like if your problem statement which you have presented, like the model which you have built is very optimized and is on the top leaderboard, you will definitely get the amount. Okay. So here you can participate on different competitions. And if you are not even participating, you can just join the competition and just see other notebooks. Okay. So let me come over to the notebooks part. So just go to the just scroll above, scroll up, Sachin, up. Yeah. So just join the Titanic one. Let me show them like how to join a competition. So if you click on the Titanic one, you can like, yeah, just scroll down. Okay, I think Sachin, you have already joined this one or what? Coordinator board. Okay. Okay. So let's see over there. So here, if you see over at the top, there's overview, which tells you about this competition, like what this competition is, and there's the data set which is provided. Yeah. So if you scroll down, you can see there's like the data set which is provided to you. So scroll down a bit more. Yeah. So here you can see there's two data sets given to you. Train. Yeah. Just go above. Yeah, train.csv and test.csv. So the train.csv is the file, is the data set on which you will train your data, train your model, sorry. Okay. And then you will test that model on the test.csv. Okay. So how you participate in this is that you join this competition and then you go to code section. Sachin, go to the code section. Yeah. And here you can just either create a new notebook. If you can see at the top, there's a black box where it's written new notebook, or what you can do, it's loading. I want here. Okay, it's taking time. Hi. Uh, is anyone asking something like if and has anyone is anyone having any doubt? Alright, so it's loaded. So you can see that people post their work also over here. So like if you see the second one, the Titanic survival prediction, you can just basically click their notebook which they have made. You can see their code, like how they performed, how they did, how they joined this, like what they have performed on this competition. Okay, yeah, see it's loading. Just scroll down. Yeah, scroll down the code section. Yeah, see they have imported some libraries over here, and then they've imported a data set. Yeah, just keep scrolling, Sachin. and then you will see they have done some data analysis over it. Okay, so you can even see other code also, other user code, or you can even like write your own notebook, test it over here and participate. Okay, so it's a two-way thing. Okay, you can learn from their code also. You can see like how others have trained, how their model is working so much better than mine, how their model is giving better prediction. Okay, so this is how you can learn. And trust me, Kaggle is the best way. Like Kaggle is the best platform where you can learn about machine learning. Okay, there's like great number of machine learning practitioners over here, and they can help you, guide you very much better. Okay, so that's pretty much about Kaggle. Okay, I will not waste much more time over it. You can explore it yourself. And now, if you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, is Kaggle like CodeChef? Yeah, yes, Kaggle is like a CodeChef for our machine learning practitioner and data scientists. Yes, you can say. What is a notebook? A notebook is basically, you can say, a Python script. Basically, you write your code over there. Okay. So like if you have used Jupyter notebook or anything, then you like, or Google Colab also, like we use basically this kind of platform for machine learning. Okay. So that's the same thing. Here you create a notebook, just like you create your own, what do you say, a file in C or C++. Okay. So here also you create a notebook. Here you just import some libraries which you want, and then you can import your data set, and then you can start working on that. And then you can simply submit it over here. So it's just a Kaggle term to say, okay, a notebook. Okay. So is everything clear? Gareth, Nikhil. All right. So that's about the Kaggle. So let me come back to what I wanted to share about the MLOps. So I just wanted to give you a brief introduction about it. So let me again share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you all guys. Now this is the last topic which I would want to come. Okay. Srijiraj. Yeah, sorry, person, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. Can you please mute yourself? Okay. So, like you all must have heard about this word MLOps, right? Like it's really creating a buzz around here. So what MLOps is? So, all right. I'm getting some disturbance over here. Okay, so it's fine now. So if you can see this Venn diagram, you will know that what is MLOps? Machine learning operation. It's basically a Venn diagram: machine learning, DevOps, and data engineering. Okay, the combination of all these three. So what MLOps is? MLOps is a set of practices which combines machine learning, DevOps, and data engineering. Okay, all these three, and it's basically a engineering discipline. Okay, you can say it's a basically a new culture which has come, which aims to unify ML system development, the dev part and the deployment part, ops part. Okay, so like if you like know the machine learning life cycle. Okay, so like the deploying part. See, till now we all have learned about like how to analyze over a data, how to train over a data. Okay, and how to save it. Okay, but the last part, the important part, like you have to deploy that model. Okay, the main use case, like you have to deploy it over somewhere, right? So that your model can be useful. Okay, so you can either deploy it using Flask Python web framework. Okay, basically where there you just create a REST API using Flask and then just host it in any cloud server. Okay, all right. And about the MLOps is basically it's the ML system life cycle. Okay, like if you know, ML system life cycle consists of 4 steps. Okay, for the first step is the business development step. Okay, where basically we define all the business objective, like what's the agenda of like starting with machine learning. Okay, like what's the objective. Okay, and we define it using the KPIs. Okay, does anyone here know what's the meaning of KPI? guys, if you like, if anyone knows here about KPI, not API, KPIs, like
No,
that's how
only
the business. Okay, you do, okay, okay. Karan said, sorry, I asked you something. Could you confirm? Okay, I don't. I wanted to create a. Okay, I'll answer about this question at the later. Okay, just ping me again at the end of the session. I will answer this. Okay. And okay, so basically, what KPI is? KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. Okay, the all the businesses use this KPI to define their business objective. Okay, like which customer to target. Okay, how can they increase their sale? Okay, so that's how they define their objective. And once they have defined their objective, the business objective, the agenda, like what they have to do, then they go to the data engineering part. Okay, where basically they acquire the data, the raw data which comes right now, and that goes to the data engineer, the role which we said, which we talked about earlier, data engineer. So that's the role of the data engineer. He gathers the data, the raw data, and he prepares it. Okay, and once it's prepared, he basically send it to the data scientist, which is the third step. And what data scientists do is he architects all this, and he architects some solutions and develop machine learning model. Okay, and once this step is over, it goes to the deployment part. So that's the fourth step, okay, of machine learning lifecycle. You define an agenda, you acquire the data and prepare, you develop models, and then you deploy it. All right. Now, what happened was that until recently, like all of us were learning software development lifecycle, right? Those designing, development, testing, deployment, and like at the end, all goes down into the maintenance. Okay. But what happened now is that now every organization, okay, in fact every company, they want to incorporate AI/ML, right? They want AI/ML into their products, and this new requirement, this new AI/ML requirement is the basic thing, is the main reason why MLOps came. Okay, this thing gave rise to this the new discipline which we call MLOps. All right, so let's go back to the slide. So if you can see over here that machine learning lifecycle is mentioned over here, like you frame the machine learning problem from your business goal, then you prepare data, then you make the ML solution models, you deploy the model, and it's again the same process. You iterate over it. Okay. So yeah, so if you see, to streamline this entire system, okay, this new machine learning engineering culture came. Okay, and this system involved everyone from the higher management, like from the higher manager, the data analyst, the data, all those kind of role, analyst role, okay, to the data analyst, to the data scientist role. Okay, the highest role is the data scientist and all, and the minimal technical skills is like the all those like data analyst and all. It basically incorporates, it involves everyone from the higher management with all the technical skills to the to data scientists, to DevOps and ML engineers, and this is basically called MLOps. So I hope this term is also clear to you all now. And don't worry, I will share this article with you. This I have posted on Kaggle only. Like I used Kaggle very much, and if you also use Kaggle, you will know that it's a very great platform. Okay, you can participate in many different competitions and all. You can even create some forums. Like you can write some blogs. Like I wrote this blog over here, the roadmap one. Okay, so you can also write some blogs over here and all if you are starting with machine learning, and it will help you at the later time. Okay, and trust me, writing blogs is one of the best way to learn. Okay, you will be sharing something, and you will be reached out, you will be asked some question regarding it and all. Okay, so if you are new to machine learning, I would say, and if you want to start a career in machine learning, I would advise you to first like pick up any language. Okay, go with Python. I would recommend, and then just make sure you have a stronghold in this maths topics, mathematic topics, all statistics, probability, and all. And once it's done, you just start with any machine learning course. Okay, and there's tons of free courses. Okay, you don't have to buy the paid courses. Okay, trust me, there's lots of free resources on machine learning. Okay, and then you can just start with machine learning, then go into the deep learning part, and then maybe explore this MLOps also and all. Okay. So now, guys, I'll just sum up the session over here. So if you guys have any doubts, please ask. Right now is the high time, I would say.
Shubham, like a
You
lot
are
of doubts
learning.
have been asked, so you can check out the discussion channel. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. Just ping me when you answer my question. Yeah, sure, Kran, I will ping you. So, okay, so data engineering is a part of ML. Yes, Nick, it's a part. It's you can say, see, everything is so much closely interrelated. I would say that you can't basically like. I would say that see for a company like the one person who does the data analyst job in a company, okay, and a person who does the business analyst role, the data engineer role, the data scientist role, all these roles differ from company to company, okay. Maybe in the company which you are hired, you are doing the data engineering part also and the data analysis part also, okay, both the part. Okay, they hired you as a data analyst and they are making you do all this both the part, okay. And maybe if you may be also hired as a data scientist also, and you might be doing all this part, the data engineering part, the data analyst part, and then creating a model also, okay. And then maybe they will even ask you to deploy it also, okay. So trust me, it like depends upon the company which is hiring you, okay. It's up to them, like they define, like it's very much interrelated, okay. And Gareth is again how to view it. Gareth, I'm not clear what you are asking. How to view what? Can you please explain? Like just unmute yourself and say the blog. How to view the blog? Okay, I'll share the link of the blog. Okay, let me share the link of the blog right now. So if you are a Kaggle user, you can just come upon my profile and see. But if you are not a Kaggle user, you can just go to this link and see. I will also share my Kaggle profile link also. Welcome, Gareth. Welcome. Alright, so that's my Kaggle profile link. I pasted in the chat box. And Nikhil, you are learning parallel while writing blog. Yeah, that's the fun part, right? You learn and then you write. You just post it also. You help others also learn. That's the fun way of learning. Like, to be honest, I also started with Kaggle recently, I would say. Not like 6 months, I would say. Just 6 months before I started Kaggle. How much total time did you need for developing good machine learning knowledge? See, Gareth, like I said, I started during my second year, and it's pretty much 2 years right now. And there's tons of research. There's no limit to this field. Okay, there's tons of new machine learning models coming daily. Okay, so you have to just explore and read and read. Okay, what are the job opportunities and salaries? Leo, trust me, there's not new job opportunity. Like when you even open any website of job or job portal, you will see data analyst role, business analyst role, data scientist role, and the salary is like for the data analyst role, it's average around like 6 to 8 lakh. Okay, and it depends upon the company. Like I said, okay, for the role they are hiring depends upon the company, and for the data scientist role, it ranges from like 20 lakh to 40, 80 lakh. Okay, no one can say. It's really any tutorial suggestion other than intro NG course. Yeah, sure. Gareth, I will send a list of resources over here. Current rank is 49. Very good. Okay, thanks, Nikhil. Gareth, I will share some other resources also. Like if you go to my blog also, I have mentioned some Python courses over there from where to start. And for machine learning, you can just like do any course on Udemy also or on Coursera also. Okay, there are all good courses on machine learning. Like the IBM one on machine learning you can do, or I'm not sure if there's a course by Google on machine learning. There's a course by Google on data analyst, I would say, but I'm not sure about machine learning. So you can see all these topics are interrelated. Okay, where is it visible on your blog? I'm currently viewing it. Okay, I think my screen is visible. Let me show it over there only. So, okay. See the link, learn Python in 20 days for free. If you click it over here, you will get to know like how to learn Python in 20 days, just in 20 days. And 20 days is like maximum. Okay. I would say you can, like, if you're familiar with C or C++, 10 days is like enough for you. You'd be like master in Python. And for other also, like if you scroll down, I have posted some resources, best book, best article, complete cheat sheet. And if you want, like I can share also, like, let me share a resources section. Okay. So let me share this screen only to you. Let me open this link. So let me know if this screen is visible to you. Guys, are you able to see my GitHub page? Okay. कोई बता दो अगर दिख रहा हो तो.
Yes, yes, it is
So
visible.
so यहाँ पे, like if you go to, like, scroll down and come to the data science and machine learning part. Okay, here you will find all the cheat sheet on data science and machine learning. You can just download it and print it if you want. The data science, the deep learning, the machine learning documentation research paper, you can find everything over here. The machine learning tools and libraries. Okay, so like if I go to the machine learning, like from here also you can just scroll. Okay, you can just click on anything and you can go over there, like Python, Maths for ML. Okay, everything I've provided it over here. But if you don't want, you can just simply explore by going folder by folder also. Like here, approaching any ML problem, how to approach any machine learning problem, the courses, some link to courses, PDF is provided over here. Okay, so just explore this thing. Okay, there is ton of free resources. Okay, trust me. All you need to do is just explore. See all the tutorials I mentioned it over here. Okay, so if you have any doubt now, you can ask. All right. Anything else? Gareth, Nikhil, Leo.
I guess Creon has a doubt. Like if you see in the event discussion channel.
Yeah, I wanted to create a CNN for eye disease detection, something like this. And I cannot learn machine learning from scratch since I need to submit it in quick time. So, always exactly would you suggest me to start? Okay, I would have to see this data set and all. Okay, I will reply to you after the session. Okay, Karan, like I have to go through it. Okay, so that's fine to you. Okay, sure, no problem. Welcome. Anyone else? Any doubt? Anything to ask? Let me stop sharing my screen. So, Dreaming, Gareth, Kirtana, Lakshman, Leo, Mini, Nikhil. Any doubts? If not, we will just sum up the session over here. Beginner don't have doubt, intermediate always has doubt. Nah, see, beginner have the questions, right? They have lots and lots of questions. And we are just here to answer that, okay? So if you have any question, any query, you can ask. We are always here to help you out. So like if you just go below to the community part, there you can see the MLA channel. Okay. There you can ask any of your question. All right, then since no one is answering, so I think that's it. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. It's been great interacting with you.
Thanks again, everyone. It was a great session. I hope we'll be doing another session very soon. Till then, take care and stay safe. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
One minute. Where can I find the GitHub link?
Oh, yes, sure. I'll share it with you. The GitHub link. Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining and stay safe. All right. See you later. Bye, guys.